Coming out with another banger. I'm going to talk about the main beliefs and the main mindset shifts that I had to make to now hit close to 200K a month within 5 months in business ever. This is pretty unusual if you talk about growth, right? Because 5 months ago, I knew literally nothing about business. So for me, it's a pretty crazy story, right? To give you some context, I scaled my own agency from zero to over 172K a month within 5 months. And now we are on course to do 200K. And I would say the biggest reason why I succeeded and grew so fast was because of my mindset, like 100%. Not to give you guys some woo-woo or some fluffy stuff, like mindset is everything. For me, it was literally 10% tactics, I would say 15% tactics, and 85 to 90% was all mindset. Because I had to make decisions, I had to change my beliefs and my perspective of what real money is, right? Because a quick story, when I started out 5 months ago. In the community that I was in, everyone was thinking super small. So everyone had the goal of hitting 10K a month, right? Every guru out there was promoting the idea of hitting 10K a month for some reason. And I wouldn't even fall for it. For me, it was like, how can I even sustain myself, let alone others, with 10K a month, right? So I quickly realized that I need to go for bigger goals. My goal is to hit 50K a month within 6 months. I didn't even have a clue on how I was pulling it off, but I made the goal of hitting 50K a month, which allows my brain to think different. Because now I didn't really have the luxury of just doing some cold calls and sending some DMs here and doing all these unleveraged actions. So having that big goal enabled my brain to think in first principles and to think disruptively on how I can take longer strides and get to 50K a month within 6 months. And it all comes back to Parkinson's law, right? Because Parkinson's law says work will expand to the time allowed for it. So you probably heard about the saying, if you wait to the last minute, it will only take a minute, right? This is super true. And I can stress this enough because Parkinson's law, I implement it till this day because my goal right now is to hit $1 million a month and I'm nowhere near revenue goal that I want to achieve. Even for me right now, hitting $1 million a month before February 1st. Yeah, February 1st. Like I will take the snippet and I will post it, you'll see. But just having that goal and truly believing that you can hit that goal allows you to take different actions. Like don't ask me why, but whenever I set a big goal for myself, which is a little bit scary, like my body just, it just takes action in a different way. And having this big goal allowed me to sift through the bullshit, to all the unleveraged actions, wasting time, wasting resources, all these different things. I needed the best solution. I needed to leverage my time in the best way. Like everything needed to be on point because now I was fully dialed in. I was fully focused because my goal is so big. So by having this mindset of hitting 50K a month within 6 months and truly sacrificing everything for it, like I had all the excuses you can think of. Like I had doubts, sleepless night, all of that because we're all human, right? But I just kept on going like a lunatic. And the lesson that I got from this is that only crazy people make crazy money. Like if you're bold enough, like you will make money. The only reason why you're not making money is because you're too scared. You're scared of something. I was about to lose my house. Like this house, I was about to lose it if I didn't make money at something. Like it was super crazy. I put myself in a difficult situation with my back against the wall. But that allowed me to truly focus, to truly be dialed in. I sacrificed everything. Like 99% of all relationships that I had would suffer truly. And I went to the extreme. And this is because like I grew up in boarding school. I didn't really grow up with parents. So for me, I was used to being alone, used to being in a room by myself, just studying because that's like my whole childhood. That was me. I was literally studying inside of a room and going out for training, going to school, studying back, coming back and studying in my room again. So for me, it wasn't really that different. And yeah, it was just kind of the same thing, right? But for me, it was really about changing my whole life and changing the life of the loved ones and the people around me who I can comfortably take care of right now. I'm super blessed by that, but we are still nowhere near the impact that I truly want to make. So by thinking this way and by having this big goal, it allowed me to hit the goal of 50K a month within 3.5 months. So I literally did it in half the time, which blew my mind even more. I set the goal of hitting $250,000 by the end of this year, which I'm about to crush as well. But it completely changed my life because the bigger I started thinking, the easier it was to achieve that goal and that number. And even from a day by day, I didn't even focus on the number, on the revenue. The question that I would ask myself is, what kind of person do I need to become? What do I need to change about my behaviors and my actions to deserve serve that goal. So I started changing the way I operated, the way I went about my day, the way I communicated, started tolerating way less from myself, from other people around me as well, which forced me to set higher standards. So all I did was bringing my standards from here to here, right? And if you think about it, it goes from the bum that lives under the bridge all the way to the billionaire. Like the billionaire couldn't live without his private jet because that's his standard. He isn't going to wait 3 hours with other brokies to get on the same plane and then wait 2 hours for his luggage. No, he's not about to do that because that's his standard. So you will never raise your potential. You will always fall to the standards that you have for yourself. So I knew that, and even till this day, I'm at where I'm at today because somewhere subconsciously I'm accepting this reality. I'm semi-okay with it. So even right now, till this day, I'm asking myself, what do I need to change about my actions and my behavior to become that 8-figure entrepreneur? So that's how I think. And then I reverse back from first principles. I study people. I study the people that are 8-figure earners and even billionaires, how they behave, like their soft skills. How do they talk? How do they walk? How do they conduct business? How do they treat others? How do they treat themselves? What kind of standards do they have? And I try to emulate that, becoming the character, because my goal is not the revenue. My goal is being the person. So by doing that, I will never ever slow down, because if your goal is truly and utterly just a number, I'm going to tell you, you're going to slow down 100%. I have partners right now, the revenue goal was to hit like 10K a month. They hit that. They hit 10K, 15K, anywhere between that, like the sweet spot. And then they start fucking up. They start popping bottles and thinking they're rich, right? Which is super selfish, by the way. Don't do that. Like don't have like 20K and start thinking you have money, because that's super selfish. Only thinking about the 24 square meters that you have and not taking care of your family and just pushing your potential. Don't do that, right? Change your perspective of money. 20K, 15K, like that's baby money. You can't take care of no one with that kind of money. Yeah, you can have a nice apartment, a nice car, but that's it, right? You have to push it, strive for more. See, so if I've learned something from this business game, because I was a footballer before, I was never like in this business kind of mantra and mindset, and all these things are new to me. See, but I always had this confidence about myself that if I would set a goal for something and I truly focus on it, no one can stop me, man. Till this day, no one can stop me. Like I will hit $1 million a month, that's for sure. I come back to this video, watch. But hey, if you want to see fast growth, like quantum leap growth, set a fucking big goal for yourself and just say you deserve it and go after. That's it. So that's the video of today. Hope you liked it. If there's something that you want me to cover, I'm always dropping some new gems. I'm dropping everything that is dedicated to hitting $500,000 a month. And if you have any other questions, personal questions, comment down below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. And let's take care of our families, guys. Let's go.